Welcome to another video, guys, and today, why is Audi joining F1? This has been in the news for about over a year and a half, basically, and for you guys that don't know, Audi is joining F1, Formula 1. If you guys don't know what F1 is a race series. It's a sport, race cars. It's like one of the highest performance. So, let's see, why is Audi joining F1?
They've conquered every form of motorsport except this one. Now Audi is entering Formula 1, backed by one of the world's biggest car groups and stepping straight into the battle with their oldest enemy. They've got money, they've got power, but one question remains. Can they do what Mercedes did? Because the last time a German giant entered Formula 1, they changed everything. 6 years later, they were unstoppable. From the boardrooms of Ingolstadt to the grid in Melbourne. Okay. This is how Audi plans to take on the world's fastest sport and rewrite a century-old rivalry.
So they just want to finish the last chapter in their books. Okay. Go check out Formula 1 Addict or Formula Addict. Yes. Please go check out Formula Addict and subscribe to them. Give them support. Come on.
Audi's been flirting with Formula 1 for years, but it wasn't until 2022, when the new hybrid engine rules were announced, that they finally said it out loud. The plan? Don't start from zero, buy a team. After months of quiet talks with McLaren, Williams and even Aston Martin, they landed on Sauber, the name Swiss outfit that has been quietly surviving in Formula 1 for 3 decades.
Oh wow.
Now on paper, Sauber and Audi might look like opposites. One's a small efficient team that's made a career out of punching above its weight, the other's a global powerhouse with a trophy room big enough to have its own postcode. But that's what makes it so fascinating. Audi's trying to turn one of Formula 1's smallest teams into a giant. They've taken...
didn't that happen to like Red Bull kind of in a way? Like Red Bull was pretty small and then look what happened.
Where Sauber's iconic base in
I legit could be wrong. I'm not a nerd.
The same one that built BMW's F1 cars in the 2000s, and they're already testing part of their 2026 engines in Nyborg, Germany. That's Audi's secret weapon. They're the only new team entering with their own power unit. No customer deals, no borrowed tech.
Okay.
Everything from the turbo housing to the combustion chamber is being designed in-house. And just like every modern F1 operation except Ferrari, they've built a satellite base in Britain's Motorsport Valley, a small outpost in Bicester surrounded by Red Bull, Mercedes and Aston Martin engineers, which means Audi can poach their talent without asking anyone to move halfway across Europe. The team already has its 2026 driver lineup locked in Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto. Hülkenberg's the safe pair of hands, 245 starts, years of feedback experience, and the last German standing after Vettel retired. He's worked with the Volkswagen Group before too. He won Le Mans with Porsche in 2015.
I was thinking of Cadillac for some reason.
Bortoleto is the opposite. Young, fast, raw. He blitzed through F3 and F2 back-to-back and made it to Formula 1 without a big academy backing him. Together, they're Audi's balance of experience and potential. A driver who knows...
I think Audi is going to be a pretty solid team from what I know. From what I'm hearing. I'm curious on how they're going to perform.
System, and the kid wants to break it. But the drivers are only a part of the story, because Audi's also been building a leadership team straight out of an F1 dream lineup. Mattia Binotto, Ferrari's ex-team boss, now runs operations and technical development. Jonathan Wheatley, Red Bull's strong long-time sporting director, is stepping up as team principal. It's a brain trust built to win, and Audi knows it. It will need every ounce of that experience if they're going to take Formula 1's elite. Audi didn't join Formula 1 to fill the grid, they joined to win. Officially, the goal was simple: fight for championships within 3 years of their debut. Unrealistic? Maybe, but remember, Mercedes did it. Then again, so did Honda. They came back in 2015 with McLaren, promised a 3-year plan to fight for the titles, and spent those years at the back of the grid, embarrassed and underpowered. It's a
they gave them to what's called Red Bull, and they did pretty solid.
Reminder that even the biggest car makers can't buy success in Formula 1. Not with money, not with promises. Still, as the project's grown, Audi's learned the truth about Formula 1. It's one thing to build an F1 car, it's another to build an F1 team. Sauber's always lived in the lower midfield, sometimes impressive, but never dangerous. Hulkenberg's podium at Silverstone this year was their first in 13 years. For Audi, that is not success. That's a starting point. Matteo Binotto said it best earlier this year. Audi can't accept being a midfield team, and he's right. Because when you got Volkswagen money, German engineering, and the expectations of an entire country on your back, 8th place isn't enough. The goal is clear. Become a race-winning team by the end of the decade.
Wow.
And to do that, Audi's betting on something deeper than horsepower, culture. That's the biggest challenge Audi faces. Not just catching up to Red Bull or Mercedes, but learning how to.
So they want to be on the top of the top. Dang. Okay. I think if Audi were to do that, I think, to be honest, I think they're going to dethrone Red Bull. I hate to say that. Ferrari's just it's classic Ferrari. And then you have Mercedes. They've been strong. This year they've been pretty good. And same thing with last year. They've been pretty good. They're not as what they were usual about years ago because of Max Verstappen with Red Bull. They haven't won a championship in quite some time. McLaren, they've done improvement, much more improvement. They've been pretty solid, so especially this year and last year. I think it's going to be Red Bull is going to go down. I think Audi will replace Red Bull, and I think if Red Bull steps it up, they're going to do fine. I'm very curious. Leave a comment below, guys. What is your thoughts already? What do you think will be the top? Let's do top 3 teams. What do you think is gonna be the top 3 teams, or let's do top 4 teams? I'm because Cadillac is also joining, but I think they're gonna be a very low tier team. From what I think they're gonna be like Haas, and yeah, that's my best judgment. Before we get on with the video, get yourself some W. Use code AlexGames to get 10% off your order. It's a gaming energy drink, which means go check out my gaming channels and my Twitch channel. Link in the description below. Link in the description below to get your order off. And the website. Go get it. It's healthy. None of that junk stuff. So, let's get back on with the video.
When Audi took over Sauber, they didn't just buy infrastructure. They bought a mentality, which is built on accepting that winning wasn't realistic, and changing that might be the hardest part of all. That kind of mindset doesn't just vanish because the logo on the wall changes. It sounds silly, right? Every F1 team wants to win, but Sauber's never been there. In more than 3 decades on the grid, they've only won a single race. They don't have the history or the muscle memory of success that teams like Williams or even Alpine can look back on. Sauber's a tight-knit group, smart.
Low-key, I forgot Alpine was in Formula 1.
Efficient, loyal. But winning isn't in their DNA.
I feel like Alpine, they don't get enough, I don't know if a lot of people care about them. I really don't know. I've never been a big fan of them. My favorite team has always been Red Bull because of, Daniel Ricciardo. Back in the day, I grew up with him, for you guys that don't know. And then, it'd be Red Bull, Ferrari, and then McLaren. I thought I liked McLaren because I love McLaren. But no, Mercedes is probably, I think it's going to replace McLaren. I love the drivers except one of them, but Kimi, I just love him so much. He's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it.
Yet, Wheatley with their team principle, they've gone from the last in the Constructors' Championship to 8th, jumping above Haas and Alpine. Hulkenberg's podium was the crowning moment, but Audi's success needs to be more wide-ranging than just one result. The podium was only the beginning of a journey to change a culture. Jonathan Wheatley said it perfectly. We're on a journey towards winning races and championships by the end of the decade. It's not a straight line. There are dips, bumps, hairpins, but the goal doesn't change. It started with a plan from Volkswagen. In 2022, the group announced that both Audi and Porsche would enter Formula 1.
I didn't know this because I was only a fan and I only watched the races. I never actually, read the news and kept up with that stuff because, I'm not a nerd. Now I am. Porsche was joining. I didn't know.
Under the new 2026 engine rules, a 4-year countdown to bring 2 German powerhouses back to the grid. Porsche came close with Red Bull, but never found the right partner. Audi did, but this isn't Audi's first step.
I actually didn't know that. That's actually really cool.
Into single-seater racing. Not even close. The Audi story begins over a century ago, in 1909, in the German town of Zwickau. 2 decades later, on the brink of collapse, Audi joined forces with 3 other car makers to form a new company, Auto Union, and the new symbol, 4 rings. By the 1930s, Auto Union has become a motorsport powerhouse. Their cars were engineering monsters, slick, silver rockets that terrorized the pre-war European racing scene. Drivers like Achille Varzi and Brent Rosemeyer turned them into legends, dueling with Mercedes and Rudolf Caracciola for speed and glory. In 1936, Rosemeyer won the European Drivers' Championship, beating the best in the world. It should have been the start of a dynasty, but history had other plans. War ended the dream before it truly began. When the dust settled, the company was reborn, Audi NSU Auto Union, in 1969. And from there, the modern Audi history began. The 1980s changed everything with the
all the rally cars.
Audi rewrote
Audi Quattro. This is like one of my favorite Audis ever.
Rulebooks of rallying, turbocharged all-wheel drive dominance that forced the world to catch up.
Yeah.
Then came the endurance era. 13 victories at Le Mans between 1999 and 2014. No gimmicks.
I might start watching Le Mans. I never really got into it, really.
No luck, just relentless precision. They even took a swing at the future with Formula E, racing electrical power long before it was fashionable. But through it all, one question remained. When would Audi take on the world's ultimate stage, Formula 1? Now the wait is over. Their partner Sauber is no stranger to wearing manufacturer's badge. Founded by Peter Sauber in 1993, the team has raced as BMW Sauber, later Alfa Romeo, but never had the full backing of a major factory long term. For years, VW has used motorsports to sell a story. Engineering excellence, innovation and prestige. From rallying to Le Mans, they've built empires through speed. But Formula 1, that was always the forbidden fruit. Too expensive, too political, too public. That changed with the 2026 regulations. The sports push for sustainability gave Volkswagen the perfect opportunity to join without compromising its green credentials, and Audi became the brand chosen to lead the charge. After Audi left Formula E, VW didn't walk away from racing. They shifted focus. Cupra filled Audi's slot in electrical racing. Ducati became unstoppable in MotoGP. Winning had become a part of Volkswagen's playbook. Now F1 was the next move, the biggest one yet. Volkswagen's initial investment was massive, around...
I actually wonder if this is going to take... I don't think it'll beat Mercedes. Mercedes has just been a powerhouse. I don't know. I think Red Bull's going to go down. I hate to say that, but I think Red Bull will go down. Ferrari's Ferrari. They've been Ferrari. McLaren, maybe. It really depends on who they're going to get next. I don't know. Only time will tell.
$600 million just to buy the team. Developing their own power unit added at least another $100 million. And that's before the cost of new infrastructure, recruitment, and a full season of racing begins. By the time the first car hits the track, the total bill will be well into the billions. To make the numbers work, Audi needed backing. In November 2024, the Qatar Investment Authority bought a minority stake in the team. It's a powerful ally. The same group tied to the Qatar Grand Prix and F1 sponsorship deals through Qatar Airways. Their involvement gives Audi financial breathing room at a time when the wider Volkswagen Group has been cutting off costs and laying off staff. It keeps the Audi F1 project safe from internal pressure and the boardroom cuts. Because once Qatar is involved, the team becomes too valuable, too visible to quietly kill off. So
I
Audi
just feel like this is now, after they just said that, could this be a project that they spent so much money it just fails? I don't know.
finds itself exactly where it wants to be.
I hope
Funded,
this project doesn't fail. Like, I now kind of want them to win. Like, get a championship or couple. Or win a bunch of races. Jeez.
protected, and ready to take on the establishment. Especially one rival in particular, a name that's haunted them for nearly a century. Rivalry is the heartbeat of Formula One. Senna versus Prost, McLaren versus Ferrari,
Yep.
Mercedes versus Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
But in 2026, a new chapter begins.
Audi
One
versus
that's been
Mercedes.
waiting nearly a century.
This is what I'm saying. They're going to take down Red Bull. Red Bull is not going to be a thing. It's going to be a lower level team like Alpine or Aston Martin.
to be written. Audi versus
Or maybe not
Mercedes.
even a thing.
They're not just rivals on the track. They're rivals in everything. Both giants of German engineering.
What's your favorite, Audi or Mercedes? Guess what I would go for.
Both selling luxury,
You'd be
speed,
surprised.
and status. But one has always been a step ahead. In 2024, Mercedes sold 2.4 million cars. Audi about 1.7. They've been chasing for years. And for a company
They
as
want that win.
proud as Audi,
Okay.
that gap stings. So when the
Oh,
chance
yeah.
came to take the fight
like
from
the
the showroom
revenge.
to the circuit, they took it. The new Formula One engine regulations opened the door. Sustainable fuels, hybrid technology, a global spotlight on innovation. It was the perfect platform for Audi to show that clean and competitive can coexist, and to finally challenge the team that's defined modern Formula One dominance. Watching Mercedes sweep up 7 straight double championships must have been painful. Every podium, every trophy, every marketing campaign, all feeding into the legend of the Silver Arrows. Now Audi gets the chance to stand across the garage and fight them head on. And there's history there too. Long before Formula One became the powerhouse that it's today, Audi's predecessor, Auto Union, fought epic battles with Mercedes-Benz in the 1930s. Rosmeyer versus Caracciolo, courage versus calculation. They weren't just racing, they were defining what German engineering meant to the world. Then came the war. Decades pass, and now almost a century later, the rivalry is back. The connection runs even deeper through
History must be rewritten.
Sauber, the very team
History
Audi
must
bought.
repeat itself.
From 1988 to 1993,
Who will win?
Sauber was the backbone of Mercedes' World Sports Car program. Together, they've won championships, even Le Mans. When Sauber stepped into F1 in 1993, they did it with Mercedes engines. 30 years later, the same team will now go wheel to wheel against Mercedes. A full circle twist that motorsport history rarely gives us. For Audi, the stakes couldn't be clearer. If they don't win races or titles, they will always be seen as Mercedes' understudy, just like Auto Union was in 1930s. But if they succeed, they don't just win races, they rewrite history. Because for Audi,
Yeah.
Formula One isn't just another challenge, it is unfinished business. And they're not the only ones. Cadillac is betting $1 billion on Formula One too.
Yeah, Cadillac. Ooh, we already have Haas, which is an American team, but Cadillac. Ooh.
Story is right here on the screen. Watch it next and
Should we
see
go
how
watch
America plans to take on the world's fastest sport.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment below. What is your thoughts on Audi joining? I think it's gonna be cool. I might have to go switch to Audi. I don't know. I kind of just want to stay with Red Bull for a while. I might have to give up on Red Bull soon. I don't know. I might go to Mercedes. But leave a comment below. What is your favorite team? And what was your favorite part? This was a good video. That was a very good, just well edited, everything video. It was. I learned so much. Leave a comment below. What do you guys learn? Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's hit 100K subscribers. Subscribe to them. Check them out. Link in the description below for other channel and the video. Get yourself some dubby and have a blessed day.